Blueprints in Arc Raiders are very mysterious. People often say they exist and some don't. That being said, in my pursuit for blueprints, I hit the security area in Bluegate, specifically the breachable room and reinforced reception, over 50 times, and here's what I found. As you can see here, I have all 6 Augment blueprints, and I have a bunch of extras I've been giving away to people who join my live stream on Twitch, so check that out. Link above. Maybe next time you're on, you can get one of these or access to some of the blueprints I have extra. So let's look at the statistics. 18 times I found no blueprint. 18 times I found a light stick blueprint, yellow, green, blue. And 16 times I found an Augment blueprint. That tells us roughly 33% of the time, or 1 in 3 runs, you'll find an Augment blueprint. Now, what if we specifically wanted to find one type of Augment? Let's say we were looking for the Survivor Augment. Well, there's 6 different Augments you could roll, and a 33% chance that you find one. It means that there's a 5.5% chance in any given run that you find the specific Augment you're looking for when you are specifically looting this room. Now, this is important to understand. This room definitely has different rolling odds because it's highly specified between these 3. Now, there are abilities to roll other blueprints within this room, but this room specifically rolls from a pool of these 3. And as you can see by my stats, I had a 33% chance, or a 1 in 3 every 3rd run, of getting an Augment blueprint. Now, there were also runs where I got 2 Augment blueprints within the run, or 2 light sticks. That tells us each individual container has a specific roll percentage. But on aggregate, you should expect 1 in 3 times when you hit this room to find an Augment blueprint. Now, let's talk a bit about these other blueprints. Well, I've also found heavy gun parts and complex gun parts within this room. How does that work? And does that interfere with the pool we're looking at and when we're rolling at? Now, this is part of why I did it so many times, because I really want to understand how blueprints and the loot tables work specifically around blueprints, because I find a lot of the videos are lacking on that knowledge. So let's look at this diagram I made using my Picasso skills. So for the breachable room, I believe there's 2 different loot pools. There's the room specific loot pool, which gives Augment and light sticks 66% of the time, because 1/3 of the time I found it was empty. I also think there's an area specific loot pool for that high value security area, where depending on the type of thing you're looting, in this case a container or a security locker, there's a specific chance of getting a blueprint there. Because I did find heavy gun parts, complex gun parts within there, I believe this is sub 5%. Within my 50 runs, I found it 2 times. That tells us there's a 4% chance. So I think it's somewhere around there that within that area, you can hit not only a room specific, which would be the Augments or the light sticks, but also depending on the area and the container you're looting, there's a different likelihood of you hitting something. So if you're looking for a specific blueprint, do completely naked runs, not free loadout, naked, sprint it to this room and look for your blueprint. If you get unlucky, just reset. Thanks again for watching. If you guys want to see a deeper dive video about loot and loot tables in this game, I think that's very unexplored, especially with blueprints and everything. So really going in depth into how looting works in this game. I've a few theories and I've done a bit of research, so I'd love to make that video if you guys are interested. Again, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all the support. We're so close to 1,000, so every subscriber counts. Let's get there hopefully by the end of this month, and happy holidays to everyone. Bye-bye.